For over a year now, Rachel Zegler has been a disaster for Disney. Ever since she went on the red carpet, disrespected the original, and talked about how more woke and progressive the new version was going to be. Well, Disney has been doing desperate damage control over the last several months when it comes to the promotional material, when it comes to the interviews that she gives, when it comes to the lies that she spews. Even though just a few months ago, she was attacking fans for their political opinions. She was attacking them for daring to criticize their version of Snow White. Now it's a little bit different story. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to have helped them when it comes to their box office projections. And following the disastrous appearance of Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot together on stage at the Oscars, when it looked like they absolutely despised each other, wouldn't look at each other, it was a nightmare for them. Now it looks like Disney is doing their best to save this movie. And by that, I mean not let anyone talk to Rachel Zegler, because they know that all of the coverage is awful and everything they do just results in more backlash. So I guess this is still kind of shocking when you're trying to promote a fucking movie in a big market that you decide to cancel your premiere just to protect Rachel Zegler from saying anything stupid. Exclusive. Disney won't be having a Snow White UK premiere in an attempt to avoid anti-woke backlash to the controversial adaptation. You can have it right here. Disney scraps UK Snow White premiere to avoid negative publicity. This is your PR tour. It just so happens that all of the publicity you get is negative. So I guess best thing is just to hide away, I suppose. The Disney grooming syndicate has scrapped an expected lavish premiere of its live-action Snow White remake to avoid all the bad publicity surrounding star Rachel Zegler, reports Daily Mail. After 2 years of negative controversy, expensive reshoots becoming a national punchline, the movie will finally arrive in theaters on March 21st. But in the UK, it sounds like Disney is looking to quietly sneak it over the finish line. Disney are already anticipating an anti-woke backlash against Snow White and have reduced the media schedule to just a handful of tightly controlled press events, a source told Daily Mail. That is why they've taken the highly unusual step not to host a London premiere for the film and are minimizing the amount of press questions that Rachel Zegler gets. And you know, I talk with Drunk 3PO on Geeks and Gamers Daily sometimes, and he put out there a couple weeks ago that he does not think that these two are going to be in the same room together when it comes to these questions, that they're not going to sit together for these press tours like you see a lot of other co-stars do. He thinks they're going to do it separate. Maybe they will, but this shows how far they are willing to go to just stop Rachel Zegler from saying anything fucking retarded, which is difficult for her because it seems like that happens every time she opens her mouth. So I guess because it's just that bad, things are just that bad for them, and they have been for quite some time. Things are so bad that they're just going to hide her. They're not going to let her be asked any questions that they don't screen first. They're going to make sure she answers the right way, and they're not even going to do a premiere. All of this is happening as Gal Gadot's going around speaking at different conventions that Rachel Zegler would have a big problem with based on her Free Palestine beliefs and this internal war that's going on with these two co-stars. Just when you think things couldn't possibly get more embarrassing or more sad for Disney and the bastardized Rachel Zegler-led Snow White live-action movie, something else happens. Only a few weeks left, and this nightmare is almost here.